world of investing, it's not just about how good your platform is, how good the business is, or who the people are. It's also a question of trust. What that means, a question of trust. If people don't trust you, no matter what promises you make, no matter how good it is, you won't get to raise any money. And similar to what's happened right now, trust for SBF is gone out the window. Trust for Alameda Research is gone out the window. Trust for FTX is gone out the window. And now they're trying to get $8 billion in order for them to fill whatever problems they have. They need $8 billion to be able to also fulfill whatever withdrawals that people actually need. Hey guys, so as you all know, we've seen FTX, we've seen Alameda Research, we've seen it drop. As of the time that I'm making this video, they're having a hard time getting people to invest in them. Prior to this entire crash, they were the third largest exchange in terms of spot volume. Of course, there were a lot of transparency issues as well. But what's interesting about this is there's a lot of things that we could learn as individuals. Because a lot of the things where they made mistakes was from a personal finance point of view, that if they did it well, in terms of how they manage and run their company, it would have been a better result and outcome for them. And I want to say this, don't spend more than what you own. Don't borrow more than actually what you have. And that's why they had a lot of problems. They used borrowed money in order for them to invest and get a greater amount of yield. So please do remember this, that debt is a double-edged sword. If you do it right, you can make more money without using your own. But in the same way also, if you make a mistake, if the conditions are not favorable, you could lose money as compared to just using your own money. And how do companies become bankrupt when they don't have enough cash or assets to be able to settle their obligations? Even in the stock market, one of my styles also is I love investing in companies that if they have zero debt, better. If their debt is very little as compared to the cash that they have, as compared to the assets that they have, better also for me. When we talk about personal finance and we actually tell people that don't spend more than what you make, if you're prudent with your finances, if you handle it well in terms of you're not overspending from what you have, you will be better off. We've seen things go really, really bad this year. Good times will be part of every cycle, but there will be times and seasons like this where the market is bad. And if the money that you invested is out of debt, then you will be massively hit. The message is simple. Don't go into debt. No matter how luring the investment is, no matter how high the possibility of yield you could actually get, but there's a chance also that investment may not go your way, then don't borrow. I've seen a lot of people who had millions and millions and millions in their bank accounts. They got greedy. They already were rich, but they just wanted more. As they wanted more, they borrowed and used that to invest. Similar to the situation that FTX is right now, they got hit. Number two, I think, lesson here also that we could mine from this entire FTX situation is that it's so important to be transparent. One of the issues that they had was basically when Luna collapsed, Alameda Research was exposed to that. And for them to be able to salvage and protect Alameda Research, they had to lend money to Alameda Research for them to be relatively okay. But what they didn't tell people was they used FTT tokens in order to support that. And what's interesting about that is it wasn't disclosed. The only time it came into light that FTX was already in trouble because they lent money to Alameda Research, because Alameda Research got hit by Luna, was when Binance figured it out, sold their FTT tokens. It makes sense for them to not hold on to it if the exchange didn't have enough collateral already to be able to pay for it. FTX, prior to all of this, was trying to raise $1 billion at the $32 billion valuation. Their valuation was way too high versus where they really are. And the proof is also in the pudding. The world of investing, it's not just about how good your platform is, how good the business is, or who the people are. It's also a question of trust. What that means, a question of trust. If people don't trust you, no matter what promises you make, no matter how good it is, you won't get to raise any money. And similar to what's happened right now, trust for SBF is gone out the window. Trust for Alameda Research is gone out the window. Trust for FTX is gone out the window. And now they're trying to get $8 billion in order for them to fill whatever problems they have. they need $8 billion US dollars to be able to also fulfill whatever withdrawals that people actually need. No one wants to give it. Binance initially wanted to invest, but after looking at the books, they didn't want to anymore. So why am I saying this? You want to go long also as an investor? You want to be a good business person? It's important that don't shatter people's trust. It's easy to make money. However, it's harder to make money if you lose trust. Prioritize your integrity and your trust more, because you could lose money in an investment and in a business, but if people still trust you, they believe in you, it's easier to recover it. But when that trust is lost, it's gonna be hard. That's why it's gonna be hard for Do Kwon to recover from all of this. It's gonna be hard for SBF to recover from all of this. And that's why people like ZZ. Why? Because he's very transparent. Because he means what he says. He puts his foot where his mouth actually is. That he's not just all talk, but he's also all walk. How do you succeed in the world of business and investing? Very, very simple. Don't spend more than what you make. Don't borrow money. Don't go into debt for investments. And protect your reputation. At the end of the day, those are the things that would matter the most. And it's unfortunate what happened to FTX. These are things that we can mine stories on how we could actually get better, how we could actually increase and make better decisions also later on. So there, I hope you guys got a lot from this, and I hope that this was something that was useful for all of you. Marvin Germo, I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon, and God bless you all.